What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about one a DS game that tends to not really get talked about in the same conversation. That's right, everyone. We're going to be talking about something a little bit different. It's not Donkey Kong. Well, it is kind of DK related. No Rosalie involved. We're going to be talking about Yoshi's Island DS. The Yoshi series is so weird. You have your original Yoshi's Island, which is amazing, one of my favorite SNES games of all time. And then you have Yoshi's Woolly World, which is a pretty fun time as well. But then the rest of the Yoshi games are just range from okay to meh to straight up bad. So I wanted to see, but I honestly thought Yoshi's Island DS wasn't too bad. Is it as amazing as is it overhated as people think it is? Time to find out. I did not say that correctly. Alright, so the plot begins with Kamek and the Toadies stealing not only baby Luigi, but pretty much all the babies around the Mushroom Kingdom. But, of course, baby Mario and baby Peach fall once again, and it's up to the Yoshis to save all the babies. So yeah, that's the plot, which is a little more interesting. So with Yoshi on DS in terms of gameplay, yeah, it's pretty much Yoshi's Island. The gameplay is pretty similar. If you've never played a Yoshi game before, I'm not sure how many of y'all played the Yoshi game, but yeah, you throw eggs, you swallow enemies, of course. Plays very similar to the original Yoshi's Island. So it's already off to a decent start, and this was on the DS, so things are gonna look a little more different, honestly. So yeah. As for the music, honestly, I'm really not sure how I feel about it. There's some nice, catchy themes, but most of them kind of don't stick out to me, to be honest. I'm not sure. It's weird. There's some nice songs, but none of them come close to like the original. I guess the boss theme is okay. Not the mid-boss theme is pretty eh. The boss theme near the end of the world, I guess that one's a little bit better, but still, that's the only exception. And just like in the original Yoshi's Island, you have to beat the levels without taking a damage, or basically having 30 stars. That's your health meter. You have to get all 20 red coins and all 5 flowers, just like how it usually is. So yeah, this is a 100% requirement. 100% Yoshi is not easy, I will say. I've only done it once in the original Yoshi's Island. I will never do it again. Alright. So yeah, that's that, of course. And the main gimmick of this is the different amount of babies you see throughout the game. There are 5 babies in total, which only 2 of them you only access to certain worlds. You have Baby Mario, which is the basic one. If you hold the B button, you run faster. So that's Baby Mario's ability. You have Baby Peach, which uses her parasol to hover a little bit. She does fly a bit slow. I used to like her as an ability, but now I'm not a fan of it, honestly. She just slowly flies, honestly. And you have Baby Donkey Kong. Is this the DK right here, or is it that DK Jr.? The DK timeline is confusing. Everyone says Zelda has a confusing timeline. Oh, you should look at Donkey Kong. But yeah, baby Donkey Kong throws eggs to them to explode, and he can swing on the vines. Definitely the only downside is he's a bit heavy, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to flutter jump and stuff like that. But I know, bias, whatever. But he's my favorite of the babies. So yeah, I don't really hate babies, to be honest, the baby characters. It just depends how they use them, honestly. So yeah. Next up you have is Baby Wario. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But Baby Wario uses a magnet to collect coins. I mean, yeah, it's pretty in character for Wario himself. So it only makes sense to use a magnet. You only access them through World 3, half of World 3, and then you won't be able to use them again. So yeah. And you have the final one, which is, yeah, Baby Bowser joins your adventure. I don't know if I trust him, but yeah, he breathes fire, but Yoshi wouldn't be able to use his tongue to swallow enemies, so that's a downside. So yeah, each baby has a different ability, and also the other collectible you need, which is mostly access for Baby Mario, Baby Peach, and Baby Donkey Kong. You need to get the baby coins to, 100% the game as well. And just like the original Yoshi Island, there are secret levels. So yeah, This is a similar case to probably one of the most controversial N64 game I still have a close connection to, Donkey Kong 64. You know, the whole character swapping thing and stuff like that. Well, compared to Yoshi's Island, if you switch the character and you leave the room, you can't go back. Compared to Donkey Kong 64, I'm not gonna say Donkey Kong 64's character swapping is better by any means. No, siree. I don't know if it is better, honestly, but at least you would go back just to find the right Kong to get the collectibles. With Yoshi's Island DS, you can't go back in certain scenarios like that, so you likely would have to redo the whole level. So you gotta be careful. That's one of the major criticisms with Yoshi's Island DS, with the whole baby swapping. If it was executed a little bit better, then maybe definitely would have been the same tier as the original Yoshi's Island and Woolly World, which are considered like the best Yoshi titles. So yeah. But yeah, you also have the minigames, of course, just as usual. Bosses are pretty nice. Some of them are alright, some of them are a little weird, but they're cool, I guess. And the level theme, there's only 5 worlds in this game compared to 6, because the levels are a bit longer compared to the original Yoshi's Island, so that's why they feel a little bit, that's why they're a little bit longer. That's why there's only 5 worlds, so yeah. So yeah, that's... I guess we could talk about the end game, huh? I guess we talked about everything. Also, there's mini-games as well, and stuff like that. Not much else to really say. I think I pretty much talked about everything with this. And also, there's a museum you can look at enemies, which I guess is kind of cool. I believe you have to throw eggs at them or something like that, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, mini-games. Oh yeah, there's also a time trial mode, which you can beat the game with, you know, try to see how fast you can beat the level and stuff, which I never did that, but it's there if you really would like to do it. So yeah. Alright, now let's talk about endgame. You finally made it to Bowser's place. You fight baby Bowser. Good job. But then guess who shows up? Bowser! Yep, Bowser is in this game. And the final boss is... it's okay. Yeah, not as special as... I don't know how they'll never top the OG Yoshi's Island final boss. Like, it's such a awesome... for a SNES game alone, it's such a bang... it has a banger theme. The final boss is scary, but that's what makes it so enjoyable. The Yoshi's Island DS, however, yeah, it's just not that crazy and anything like that. And the final boss theme isn't that special either. But after you defeat Bowser, you save all the babies, and of course, baby Luigi. And that's the game. After you do the bonus levels again. So yeah, that's Yoshi's Island DS. So what do I think of the game? I think it's fine, honestly. I don't love it as much as the original Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's Woolly World, but I definitely don't think it's as bad as people think it is, honestly. If you're trying to go for 100% requirements, yeah, I definitely can understand why you're not a fan of this game. But I don't know, I kind of just unironically like it. I don't like it as much as the other titles, and I don't know, I just have a lot of... I should definitely play this again. But yeah, I really like Yoshi's Island DS, honestly. It's definitely not as amazing. Definitely has some flaws, obviously. It's not a perfect game or anything, but I could definitely have some enjoyment. If you're doing a casual playthrough, you'll definitely have a fun time, honestly. Definitely has some issues that could definitely be addressed. If they bring back Yoshi again and do this whole baby gimmick, it sucks that we don't really see this nowadays. I know people don't like the babies, but I don't know. I like to bring it back, honestly, because I was pretty disappointed in Yoshi's Crafted World. So yeah, that's Yoshi's... so yeah, that's the Yoshi's Island DS. Have you guys played this game? If you have, how you feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more. I might be talking about more of Yoshi, and maybe some Wario too. Later, folks.